Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 7 of our Timberborn playthrough. If you guys are new to the series, definitely consider checking out some of the older videos, subscribing to stay up to date on this series as well as others, leaving a like and a comment. We'll go through a quick recap of last episode, and then we'll go ahead and get into the video. Alright, episode 7. So, in the last episode, we established our brand new district here. Still waiting on district names from you all, so leave them in the comments below. We set up some on the hill, some hillside housing. We've got our power working our way up. A couple of lumberjacks up here to start to clear this. We have a builder's hut inbound, another hauling post, and then the big project, the kind of stretch, is working on this pathway all the way over to the metal over here. So we will get to that later on, but first let's go through and just kind of prioritize some of the stuff that we got going on here. So I think priority number 1, let's get some builders in there. I think that'll be a good thing to get, as well as some of this stuff. Now, I don't love the way that this is going, so I'm going to do something that's probably useless, and I'm just going to delete this. This is completely unnecessary, what I am about to do, but I kind of want it to run like this, just to kind of hug that cliffside. And if I really wanted to get crazy about it, I would actually delete this out so that it hugged the cliffside there. But that seems a little... yeah, that seems a little extreme. Nope, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So let's get rid of this. And we can... I don't know if they're going to be able to pick this up, but we can see if they can. And let's see. We'll have to delete this one as well. And then this one. And we'll have to work our way down like that. So we'll highest priority. Actually, you know what? Let's just highest priority all of this construction. So they'll work on that. But anyway, we'll need to get some stairs down here. And there we go. Now they're going to hug the cliffside like that. And that should be good. I like that a lot. Completely, unimportant, but that's okay. And you know what? Let's go through. Let's make this moderately high priority. And let's continue the moderately high priority all the way down here. So they'll just continue working on that. Huge waste of resources there. Love to see it. Let's go into fast speed and let's get going. So, one thing that I want to focus on in this episode, a couple things. One, we need to get our science running again. So if we come over to this district, we have 14 vacancies currently. Now, we're going to get the science going again. So let's get all of those running. And that drops down our haulers. Granted, that is an issue. But we're going to let our population keep going. But I don't want it to get too aggressive. You can see that we have 18 children right now. So I'm actually going to pause a few of these. We'll keep 6, I think, operational over here. And then in this district, I'm thinking maybe 2. I'll let this one finish off and then we'll pause it. I think maybe 2 running would be good, because I don't want the population to get too out of hand. If anybody plays a lot of Iron Teeth and actually has a good kind of rule of thumb for how many breeding pods you need to keep a population stable, I would love to know, because I don't want this population to get completely away from us. That being said, we are going to future-proof a little bit. We are going to increase our storage, because you can see kohlrabi is very nearly full. So let's increase our kohlrabi storage. We'll do maybe 2 additional storages for kohlrabi. And then we'll actually get a couple more farmhouses in here as well. And these guys will prioritize kohlrabi. And I'm going to set one of them to prioritize harvesting. And that'll be good. They got great coverage in here. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to come through here and we are going to plant some additional kohlrabi. And I want to say that this tile right here is plantable. So let's see if they actually come over and plant this. I just want to see, because I would love it. Yes, they will. Okay, perfect. So with that being the case, let's go ahead and fill this area with kohlrabi. Maybe not this area. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to destroy that. Let's prioritize that for pickup. And then we can actually go ahead and get a little bridge through here, just for the preparation of when we inevitably get some water flowing in here. And I'm going to run this path along here. And then we can take that path out, just so that we can kind of get a little bit more space. Hook that up. And fill this whole area with kohlrabi. That will be good. And then let's set these for kohlrabi storage, just so that we have a huge stockpile of kohlrabi. I think that that's never a bad thing. Okay, so we got the power going again, so let's get these water pumps back up and running. We will prioritize these by haulers, just because we do have a new hauling post over there. Let's get maybe 5 running over here. I think that'll be good. Although, man, that did just wipe out our hauling post. Tell you what, I'm going to pause the builders, just because I don't think we're going to be doing a ton of building over here. So we can actually get them into hauling. And that'll be good. So now our science is running again. And big reason why we need the science is because we are going to do some metal things today. But before we get to that, I would like to set up some farmers over here. So we can get one farmer there, one there, and then one here if we just adjust that path slightly. So let's get 3 farmers in there. And then let's get some stairs down to here. Some stairs down to there. Do I need stairs down to there? Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea. And then maybe some stairs down to there. And that should let us plant this entire area with kohlrabi. But we'll let these get built. Let's prioritize one of them for now. And we're going to be planting some kohlrabi over here. I know it doesn't matter. We don't need to prioritize these for kohlrabi, considering there's only one good being produced over here. But I don't think it's a bad idea to do that. And let's set this to a medium-low workplace priority. We'll set this to the lowest, just so all of our excess workers will go in to be haulers. Okay. This whole area is set for cutting. That's good. That's what we want. And I believe we're going to have to put a platform in there to be able to reach this. And we'll see how they do. Alright, so what is prioritized? So this production is prioritized. That's good. Could go ahead and get a shrub in there along the pathway. I like that. Okay, so we got water flowing now. We are doing pretty good on the kohlrabi planting. Let's see, we can get one more kohlrabi there, and then this is actually a nice spot for a couple of these. And then maybe a little beaver overlooking. I know we're not going to get this built until we get the metal blocks, but that's okay. It'll look nice when it is finally done. Okay. And man, we are just getting a ton of kohlrabi now. We have 1,000 already. These are already full, which is great to see. Quite honestly, we might want some additional storage, if we're being completely honest. But yeah, for now, I don't know. I mean, I'm really concerned about just not having enough to store. Now, one thing that I do want to do is I would love to get some cassava in here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we can get a couple more storages in here for the cassava. See, we can get a path into there. Get that connected up. So these will store the raw cassavas before they're fermented. And then we're going to want some farmhouses up here. 3 of them, as usual. We can get some platforms up here. Get some stairs down to here. Yeah. I'm just trying to see as far as planting goes. So we can get some stairs down to there like that. And then I would love to not occupy any of this plantable space. So why don't we do a little end around like that? Get that all connected up. Ooh, and then that's actually going to need to be... Alright, so let's delete that one. Because that actually... This needs to be connected by a path. Which we can actually accomplish right here. Like that. Yeah, so I will want that in there. Okay. These are going to be prioritizing cassava with the highest workplace priority. Like so. And then if we come over here, I actually figured out that we could get another fermenter in and not take up too much space. The way that we're going to do it is if we delete this and delete this. Alright, there's no storage available for the logs. Similar there. So if we do single, we can get a path through there. We can get another water wheel in there. And then we could get another fermenter right there. And then to get to it, we can run a path like that. And then I'm okay getting rid of a couple of these cassavas, considering the amount that we just placed. So let's get rid of those 2. And then we can run a path along here. And it'll connect up right there. And then that'll get us... So that's 2 power wheels powering 2 fermenters. That should provide us more than enough power, I would say. And let's prioritize that stack, just so that they can get over here and get rid of those. Okay, so how are we doing over here? They're doing good. Our storage is very nearly full. Are these storages full? They are. Okay, let's see how our management is going. I believe this UI is new from the last episode. I could be wrong, but I believe it is new. So let's see. I'm going to bump the... No, I think the kohlrabi at 40% is good. The fermented cassava, I am going to bump up to 50%. And then the water is at 50%. So over here, we have 440. 440, that's not terrible. Over here, 775. Alright, how's our population doing over here? It's doing pretty good, actually. A lot of those kids just grew up to be adults. I am just slightly concerned that we get outpaced by our population, so that's one thing that I'm trying to avoid. by planting all of this extra food, I think we'll be okay for water. We can just come through here and start to plant the cassava, and I'll hold off so I can see how far we can reach over here with what we've got. Okay. So I'm going to change this to fermented cassava. And I'm going to say empty this. And I'm going to change this to kohlrabi. So now we have 2 kohlrabi storages and 1 for the fermented cassava. I think that'll be good. Alright, so now these guys are waiting for these stairs. So let's get all of these built. And then let's see how they're doing on the platforms. They're doing great. And I love that that's just hugging the wall. Looks far better. I'm sure you all agree. Right? I mean, it obviously looks better. One thing I noticed, we're not going to be able to get down here. So let's continue to do a little bit of decorating on here. And we're going to have to get some stairs down to here to be able to build that. And then these are done. So we can get rid of those. Put highest priority on picking those up. We should have the storage for it. So if we look over here, our log storage, yeah, we've got 360 possible storage, only 117. Okay, and then something tells me that this is still out of range. Yeah, it is. So we're going to have to get rid of this little right angle guy so that we can actually reach that. And then we can get all this power built, which will be very nice. Okay, so let's check our range here. So we can get all the way down to that corner, all the way down to that corner. This covers up to this L. And this covers up to that L, so we can cover all of that. We can't get in that little nook right there, which is somewhat disappointing. Okay, that's okay. Part of me wonders if I should actually dam this off and eat up this whole space right here. I'm kind of thinking that the answer is yes. So let's do that. And then I'm actually going to build a way down right here. Like that. So that we can maybe put some water pumps in here. And you know what? I guess we can come down here and plant, but not over here, because this is where this dam is going to be. So let's get some levees. And let's see, our levees are going to be here, all the way to here. I think, yeah, that'll be good. So let's do that. And then let's get some dam pieces at the top. And something tells me I'm going to need a path across here to be able to reach it. So we can get that built, and that'll dam off a nice section for us. But in the meantime, we can plant some kohlrabi up here. And we can plant on this section as well. Okay, so we have a drought coming in 3 days. So let's check our water storage. We are at 490. Are they able to export? They are. Nothing to do in range. Yep, that's fair, because we haven't gotten the stairs built yet. So let's get these stairs built first, so that at least those guys can start planting. And let's get this last water pump operational so that we can at least start to stockpile as much water as possible. Okay. And interestingly, we have no fermented, or very little raw cassava up here. And there is cassava to be picked, so I'm almost wondering if we actually need a couple more farmhouses to cover this whole area. We may. So why don't I get just 2 more? So I'll pull this over here, and then we can get 1 farmhouse there, and a 2nd farmhouse there, like that. And these will prioritize cassava. And then we can plant this whole area. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so let's figure out how much of this we can plant. I think I can get that one. I'm pretty sure if it has any green in it, we can plant it. So if we get all of that covered, that should work well. Cool. Okay. This is good. This is very good. Alright, so how are we doing for food over here? We're doing okay, and I think we're going to be fine with food because this is going to continue to export kohlrabi and berries, if necessary, throughout the drought. For water, we're doing okay. We got a pretty decent storage over here, not as much as I would love. And then we have about 600 over here, which is not terrible. I almost wonder if we should get a couple more pumps, but I'm relying on these haulers doing everything that they can to maximize the water that's coming out of here. So I think we'll just let it ride for now, for the time being. So let's take a look at how they're doing over here. They're doing okay. I'm going to prioritize both of these stairs so that they get that built. And then let's come over here. Let's unlock our scavenger flag. So we can get 4 scavengers. We will get a large industrial pile. And we're going to set this to supply. So it will supply goods to other warehouses. And we're going to set this to scrap metal. And then if we come back to our main industrial area, I'm going to go ahead and set up a large pile here. Set it to obtain, and this will be for scrap metal. So hopefully that will keep a pretty good stock of scrap metal flowing into this this district here. Okay, so we have 4 vacancies in this district. So let's check on what those are. Oh, really quick. We have a drought that has just started. Ooh, it's an 8-day drought. It's pretty aggressive. So let's get these paused. I am going to leave one of these running. Just drawing slightly from this reservoir, just to maintain our water over here, because we only have about 600. This is currently set at 50%. We'll see how that is. Hopefully that will be good. Another really good thing about damming this up is that's going to keep all of this farmable for quite a while, which will be really good. Okay, and our beavers are getting to work on these scavengers. Oh, they also built our little shrub right here. That is very good. I mean, priorities, you know. The shrubs, obviously. And then over here, I might bring both of these up to 6, just to help with the hauling. I'm also going to put this on highest priority for both of those, so that we always keep those supplied. And then let's go ahead and clear out this top area, and also remove the the cutting area for now. Oh, and then we got to also remove the cutting area from up here as well. This is all set to cut. Perfect. And I think we could really get more log storage, truthfully. I mean, I don't see why not. A couple more large piles in there. And let's see. So if we go up there, bring that around, and run our paths along there. Let's set these to logs. Let's get a set of stairs up there. So we will just continue to stockpile logs. And that'll be good. Alright, so quick resource check. A couple days into the drought. 1.1 water, 2k food in our main district. And then in the secondary district, we have about 600 water, declining 550. And we have about 200 food. Which is... it's okay. We're running out of cassava in the main district. That's okay. We got a boatload of kohlrabi. 1,400 kohlrabi. And this storage is actually completely full. Large warehouse. 250 science. We have 1.4k. So I might set up a large kohlrabi warehouse right here. Just so that we get an absolute massive amount of kohlrabi, and then I might even put in another farmhouse right here. Like, we have the resources, we might as well. And then we'll give them some stairs down here. Tie that in. Yeah, that'll be good. That will be good. All right, let's check our population. Population pretty stable over here, which is what I like to see. This population is still growing a little bit, but I think for the most part, it's fairly stable. We do have 5 vacancies here. I did want to check where those vacancies are. So if you come up here to workplaces, you can actually see. So we have... oh, they're all on the hauling post. And I'm actually going to up that to 10. So that any available workers will go in there. Let's check over here. 12 vacancies. They are all hauling posts also. This is going to be fermented cassava, and I think I have these on the highest workplace priority. Which I do. And now this is all planted, which is great. And I could come down, I could plant down here, but I can't cover the whole thing, so I think I'll just leave it the way that it is currently. And we are harvesting some cassava, which is great. We should be starting to stockpile the cassava. We have 3 storages of the fermented cassava over there, and we have 3 total storages of the unfermented, the raw cassava. This farm failed, obviously. There's no water to be had. Let's come over here. Let's prioritize the dam so that at least in the next... oh man, that's too far as well. Alright, well, we'll move the stairs over. Just so that I can build some shrubs. Priorities of work, obviously. Obviously. Do I want to just cover this with shrubs? I might. Is that the move? Just to cover this whole thing with shrubs? I don't know. I do not know. Okay, so 1.4k of science. So let's start to unlock some of our metal working. So let's unlock the smelter so we can just kind of see. Yes, and that's going to fit perfectly in there. We can pause both of those. because they are not exactly necessary right now. But just kind of so that we can lay this out. And that actually does jump the power, which is perfect. We are going to need to find a way to get the power over on this side. So how do we want to do that? Just trying to think. Just trying to think of a way that we could do that. Let's get rid of these power wheels. Don't need those. And prioritize that pickup. We can also get rid of that. Prioritize that for pickup. We can put in a straight shaft. Get that built, just so that we get the power reconnected. And then if we kind of think about how we want to get power over here. How do we want to get power over here? So these roads are connected here. So we don't necessarily need this road. Or at least we could jog it around. Because what I'm thinking is... Alright, so bear with me here. If we get rid of that. Put in a triple. Get rid of that road. Put in a vertical. We can reconnect that path. Let's not put a beaver statue there. Let's put a grindstone right there. Alright, so we can reconnect that path. We can jump up here. Like that. And then we can run some power down here. And now I'm trying to think. So if I come down, that's going to be facing the wrong way. So I'll have to go out and then down and then run along here. So if we get a double platform here, a single platform here, we can do something like that. And then we can run the power down under here. Alright, so let's see. Is this working? Oh yeah, they're gathering the scrap metal. That is excellent. And I'm going to prioritize this by haulers so that they come over there and move those goods for us. Alright, let's see how we're doing for water. We have pumped a pretty decent amount, but we are getting fairly low. Actually, yeah, we're getting really low because they're not gonna export any more water from here. These guys only have 400 remaining. Alright, let's see how the populations are doing. Fairly stable, good to see. Fairly stable, good to see. Some minor growth, which is good. So let's come in here and let's get some additional water pumping going on. So we can get 2 water pumps in here. And then I could actually get a 3rd one in here if I remove this kohlrabi right there. I could get a 3rd water pump in here. So that'd be 6 for this district. 6 for this district. Which, granted, does not seem particularly equal. But I think it's okay. So that's good. And then I could get a... Let's get a grindstone in there. Yeah, that'll be good. So that'll get us a nice little water pumping station there. Let's come in here and make sure that these are the highest workplace priority. And then this day is starting to come to an end. And I'm not particularly concerned with the water. So in just a moment, I will unpause all of these. We made it just barely with the water. And let's see. Alright, so the workday is over. So let's get these unpaused so that once we are up and running, we can get right back at it. Currently no haulers here. I think I will unpause one additional breeding pod in this district, and then let's see how's our population doing over here. We have 6 operational. I think that that's pretty good. Okay, and we have massive amounts of cassava. So once these get up and running, we can start to begin our fermenting once again. Let's see, here comes the water. Our water pumps are working. Our dam is nearly complete, which is good. And then once it is, we can go ahead and delete the path on there and get some more plantable area for our kohlrabi, which will be really good. We are getting some scrap metal in here, not much. Makes me wonder, have they filled this up? Nope, not yet. Really need to get some haulers over here to this district. Okay, so let's see. The water has rejoined the area. So it's starting to flow. We should start to get some power. And let's see how we're doing. It looks like our gears are being eaten, or our planks are being eaten up for gears, which I don't love. So I'm going to pause the gear workshop for now. We have a decent stockpile of gears. We can get more if necessary. And we just need to finish that dam right there so that we don't get that overflow. And then we should be pretty good. Our farmers should come out and replant all this kohlrabi, which will be great. Okay, and what does this actually need? Planks and logs and planks. We do not have any planks. However, they should be, once they're produced, they should be export, I would imagine. Although we are building a lot of things that require planks. So let's get this at the next highest priority. This whole construction here. They should get this last levee built fairly rapidly. We have plenty of builders, which is good. And our water should be increasing. Alright, so let's see. 10, 12, there we go. And now our dam is working, and we have a huge stockpile of water here, which is great to see. I'm going to take advantage of this location here to get a... You know what? This is actually a nice place for a shrine. A little shrine. And then similarly, this is a nice place for a shrine. Let's get a shrine in there. Actually, before I get that in, let's get a shrub in there. And a path onto there. We can get rid of this one. We can get some shrubs in there. Let's prioritize these shrubs. Totally unnecessary. This should be the highest priority, but I mean, come on. Everybody needs a good shrub. Struggling with water here. Let's check how we're doing over here. It is coming up. We did just fine on the kohlrabi. We're making good grounds on the cassava, which is great. Let's see how we're doing for storage. We can store 600 cassava, which quite honestly might not be enough. We might need to figure out a little bit more cassava storage, if we're being honest. Although the kohlrabi is doing great. I'm going to prioritize this kohlrabi warehouse to be built, so all the planks that come over here will be moved to the kohlrabi storage. Okay, and they got that built, so we can add a shrine there. And then once they get this built, so let's see, they'll have to build those as well. Alright, so water. Yeah, water's actually a problem. So I just really want this built. Water is a problem, though. So we are going to need some water. Okay, and what just came online that just stole a bunch of those workers? Or was it deaths? Died of old age, potentially? Yeah, maybe. 32 and 4, population relatively stable. 76 and 6, population relatively stable. Very good. So food is not an issue. Food is 100% not an issue. We can go ahead and get a shrine in there. This is our little shrine area with our nice shrubs. That should be good. And then let's jack all of this up to be the highest priority. Get those built. And let's actually drop this down so that they build what they can first. Okay. And we can get rid of this. Pick up whatever resources are there. Might as well not let them go to waste. Is this being built? Yeah, it actually is. We're kind of cruising, actually, on the planks, which is really great to see. Really great to see. How are we doing for water over here? We are climbing. I am concerned that 6 is just not enough. But hopefully this will alleviate some of that need to export. And we have one whole hauler. That's really good. Okay, and with our dam being done, I think we can come back here and remove this path and get a few more kohlrabi planted. That'll be very good. And then I'll just make sure all of these are prioritized by haulers, similar to these. Perfect. All right, and let's see. So we have 10 vacancies. Yeah, they're all haulers. We know that. We've got our metalworks, our smelters placed, but they're not built yet, which is to be expected. And I might do something that's really convoluted. I might drop our power down right there. So let's get this cleared up so that I can start to run this power. We're going to have to kind of do this one at a time, you know, classic game, just like in the other playthrough when we were building the vertical lifts for the power to get up to the batteries. But let's come through here. Let's get a straight power shaft, and then we'll walk it through here. We'll bring it onto here. And actually, to do what I want to do, I don't need this. I don't need either of those, actually. Because I'm going to do something that's completely absurd. I am going to run the power along here. And then I'm going to drop it down here. So that should actually be a little turn. Like that. This will be a straight shaft down to there. Let's get rid of that. Pick that up. Let's get that built. And then I don't know if they're going to be able to build this, truthfully. But we will see. I mean, they can build the platforms, no doubt, but can they build the... Can they build the power shafts on top of the platforms? I think that they can build these, and these. This section is the one that I'm concerned about. But anyway, that will be figured out in the next episode. Although, before we go, let's figure this out. How we're going to drop our power down. Something like that. That'll be good. And then we can tie it in here. And that'll leave us a nice square area to work with, rather than having to do some weird jump over the existing area. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you made it this far and you enjoyed it, definitely consider subscribing to the channel so you can stay up to date on this series as well as others. Leave a like and a comment. It really helps out with the video engagement, and it's just super motivating to see. And if you are feeling oh so generous and would like to support the channel further, you can check it out on Patreon. It will be linked in the description below. Until the next episode, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye.